Well, we're both in college at Trinity Baptist College. We're both involved in ministry and studying about the deaf. And we were talking about our future.
So we decided that if we had children that were hearing, that we would like to adopt deaf children. And if we had children who were deaf, that we would like to also adopt hearing children.
I had gone to Peru to preach, and I saw a deaf girl there. I felt like I had a great connection with that girl, but a family had already planned to adopt.
So we decided that Saturday night that we weren't going to look for any more children. We weren't going to call. We weren't going to look on the internet anymore, that maybe we had been mistaken. Our friend Joe Kotvis came to visit from Peru. I went and talked to him and asked him, Joe, how is your adoption going with the little girl? Joe looked up at my husband and said, we're not going to adopt the little girl from Peru. We want you and Tricia to adopt her.
That was a clear revelation from God.
We took turns flying to Peru to spend time with Amanda, and that adoption ended up taking 4 years. Then finally the day came that our paperwork was all approved and we got travel papers and we could go to Peru to pick her up.
She looked like a very serious girl. She was very even-toned, melancholy. And when we came to meet her, to bring her home, it was like a completely different girl. She was so enthusiastic, so happy. Her personality was just complete changed, and she formed an instant bond with our family. And her name's Amanda, and we adopted her 2 years ago.
How much joy was in our home, how excited we were, how much fun teaching Amanda and watching her develop and grow and see her have opportunities. Would you do it again? Oh, in a heartbeat. Of course we'd do it again. I can't think of anything more exciting than adopting a child.
Deborah and Eric were growing up, and Amanda was going to be in the home alone, and we felt that she needed someone, so we were praying for God to show us someone that would bond with Amanda.
The adoption agency was sending out an email nationwide looking for a family for this little boy. And so I took it to John, and right away he said, call the agency. The home that he is in takes very good care of the children. Caregivers there write reports about his behavior, and they describe him as a happy, friendly child who gets along well with other children. So we prayed that if God wanted us to adopt this little boy, then they would approve us. And we had had a lot of conversations about John's deafness and Amanda's deafness and the ability of all of our family to sign. We had talked about the educational resources that are in the community. That is a major concern to China, that there will be resources for the child. One afternoon they called us and said, we picked your family. He said, we're scratching our heads because we don't know how you're going to pay for it. He said, on paper, you don't have enough money, but we believe that somehow this is going to work out. And everything that we looked at, we feel you are the best family for this little boy. And this was the first step. And if God led us to this first step, then He's going to lead us through all the rest of the steps.
Mom and Dad are going to adopt him, and he's going to come on the plane. When he lands, Mom and Dad are going to be there. And he's going to walk out to Mom and Dad. We're going to all say hi to David. I'm going to teach him to play games.
David, I haven't even met you yet, but I love you so much, and I can't wait for you to be here. And I want so much for you. I want you to have every opportunity, and I want you to have a wonderful life, and I want you to be a part of our family. I want to be the best sister I can for you.
We already love him.
As a deaf person, he'll have a wonderful opportunity in America.
We do need help with the adoption. If God gave us a big house, we'd move in and we'd just open our doors to all the children that we could fit in there and give them a life and a home and a family.
God uses people. So maybe God has touched some of your hearts and you'd like to be involved in our process. We'd love to have all of you involved and there to help us, because we need to work together. It should cost a total of $35,000. and God will provide what we need through people and their responses. So if you'd like to be a part of our process and a part of David's adoption, we would love to have you.